The Saga of the Nine-Tailed Foxes from Qingqiu, Shanhai Jing. Beyond the Bohai Sea, east of the Jiuyuan Mountains, lies a realm of ethereal beauty known as Qingqiu, a mountain range stretching 3,000 li, where peaks pierce the clouds and valleys brim with ancient spiritual energy. The southern slopes glisten with precious jade, while the northern valleys are veiled in mist and fed by crystal-clear waterfalls that sing through groves of thousand-year-old sacred herbs. This is no ordinary land, it is the sacred domain of the nine-tailed foxes, creatures of myth whose legacy weaves through the tapestry of heaven and earth. As recorded in Shanhai Jing Classic of Southern Mountains, these foxes resemble common foxes but bear 9 tails, their cries echoing the wail of an infant. They can devour humans, yet those who partake of their flesh shall be immune to all poisons and curses. Their fur shimmers in hues of fire and starlight, crimson, snow-white, and silver being the most revered, and their 9 tails symbolize not merely physical form, but the accumulation of centuries of spiritual cultivation. To the foxes of Qingqiu, each tail represents a milestone of wisdom, compassion, or power. A fully realized 9-tailed fox can shapeshift into a being of unparalleled beauty, read minds, and manipulate the elements. The history of Qingqiu's foxes dates back to the dawn of time, when star fragments from the tail of the azure dragon constellation fell to earth, imbuing the mountains with divine essence. They were once revered as celestial omens. In the Xia dynasty, Yu the Great encountered a white 9-tailed fox by the Tu Mountain, and upon hearing the local chant, "Graceful white fox, with 9 lush tails, wed here, and your descendants shall thrive," he married Nu Jiao, a maiden of the Tu Mountain clan who was said to be a fox in human form. This union brought prosperity to Yu's reign, cementing the 9-tailed fox's reputation as a symbol of auspiciousness and fecundity. During the Han dynasty, they were depicted alongside the Queen Mother of the West in murals, their presence signifying a ruler's benevolence and a nation's peace. Yet the fox's nature is duality itself. For every tale of their benevolence, there lingers a shadow of their primal power. In the chaotic years of the warring states, a young fox named Shan, last of Qingqiu's pure-blooded line, learned this bitter truth. One spring, while wandering the mortal woods beyond Qingqiu, she was caught in a hunter's trap, her 9th tail crushed by iron teeth. Despairing, she prepared to end her own life, only to hear a soft voice, "Don't move, I'll help you." The speaker was Ziyu, an orphaned herbalist who lived in a village at the mountain's foot. Unfazed by her 9 tails and the faint glow of her fur, he tore his robe to bandage her wound, applying healing herbs he had gathered. "You're hurt badly," he said gently. "Why would a spirit like you wander so far from home?" Shan, surprised by his kindness, revealed her identity. "I sought to understand humans," she admitted. "But your kind fears what they do not know." To repay him, she plucked a wisp of fur from her tail, which transformed into a jade pendant. "This will protect you from evil," she said. "But swear to me, never set foot in Qingqiu's sacred summit. That place holds our clan's most precious secret." Ziyu kept his promise. The pendant granted him the ability to understand animal speech, and as flourished, soon, he was known as the divine healer of the region. For a decade, peace endured, until the tyranny of King Zhou of Shan cast a shadow over the land. The king, obsessed with immortality, sent soldiers to hunt for mythical creatures whose flesh might grant eternal life. When they reached Ziyu's village, threatening to slaughter the townsfolk unless he revealed the secret of longevity, Ziyu made a desperate choice. "The 9-tailed foxes of Qingqiu," he lied. "Eat their hearts, and you shall live forever." That night, Shan appeared at his window, her white robe stained with mist and her golden eyes filled with sorrow. "You broke your promise not with your feet, but with your words," she said. Before Ziyu could beg for forgiveness, the sky lit up with the glow of torches. King Zhou's army had marched on Qingqiu, their arrows raining down on the peach groves that had stood for millennia. The foxes fought back, summoning winds to scatter the soldiers, conjuring fire to burn their tents, but the humans were countless, and their blades were forged with mortal greed. Shan led her clan to the sacred summit, where the well of reincarnation lay hidden, a spring that allowed the foxes to be reborn after death. It was this well that she had sworn to protect. As the army breached the summit, she spread her 9 tails wide, channeling all her spiritual power into a barrier. Go, she told the younger foxes. Flee to the misty valleys. Preserve our legacy. One by one, her tails fell, severed by spears and swords, but she refused to yield. When a soldier's lance pierced her heart, she smiled, for in that moment, she saw Ziyu pushing through the chaos, his face streaked with tears. I saved you once, she whispered as he knelt beside her, her body fading into glowing motes of light. Now I repay you. We are even. Ziyu held her as she disappeared, the jade pendant growing cold in his hand. In the aftermath, he buried the fallen foxes and guarded the well of reincarnation for the rest of his days, never forgiving himself for the tragedy he had unleashed. Centuries passed, and the legend of Qingqiu's foxes evolved. During the Tang dynasty, they were no longer seen as auspicious omens, but as evil spirits, their beauty condemned as a tool to ensnare mortal men. Yet even in darkness, their kindness endured. A wandering scholar once lost in Qingqiu's mist was guided by an old man with silver hair and eyes like amber. The foxes are not monsters, the man said, as they walked through a grove of blooming peach trees. They are guardians, hurt by greed, but never truly cruel. When the scholar turned to thank him, the old man had vanished, leaving only a trail of fox prints in the snow. Today, Qingqiu remains a place of mystery. Travelers speak of hearing infant-like cries echoing through the valleys. Some say it is the foxes luring the unwary, others that it is the sigh of Xian Shuang, waiting for Ziyu's soul to return. The well of reincarnation still bubbles at the summit, and every spring, the peach trees bloom as vividly as they did in Yu the Great's time. For those who approach with respect, the foxes may reveal themselves, a red-tailed maiden offering a sip of healing spring water, a silver-furred fox leading a lost child home, a white 9-tailed spirit watching silently from the mist. Their tale is one of duality, of light and shadow, kindness and vengeance, betrayal and redemption. It reminds us that the most powerful creatures are not those who wield strength, but those who choose compassion. And in the misty peaks of Qingqiu, the 9-tailed foxes still wait, their legacy woven into the wind and the stars, a testament to the enduring magic of the world beyond mortal understanding.